Welcome to Learning Arabic Made Easy. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to write the Arabic alphabet. Writing the Arabic alphabet is actually a lot easier to learn than you might think. It's going to take some practice, but if you understand a few of the basics, you will discover how simple it really is. You can have access to this practice worksheet by visiting Learning Arabic Made Easy Facebook page. Are you ready? Let's get started. In Arabic, there are 29 letters. Each letter has a name and a sound, but today our focus is on writing the letters. Also, it's very important to know that in Arabic, we write from right to left horizontally. So we always start writing from the right direction. We are going to start by showing how to write the first letter of the alphabet, which is letter Alif. So I'm going to show you how to write the letter Alif in Arabic. I'm also using this worksheet with lines to help me to know the size of the letter, the height of each letter, what part of the letter goes above the line, and what part of the letter or the shape goes below the line. It's a very good way to start learning how to write in Arabic. So the first letter of the alphabet is Alif, and as you can see, the Alif starts above the line and goes in a vertical straight line and ends at the red line. So we start above the line in a straight vertical line. We just drag it all the way down. Start above, drag it down, start above and drag it down. The good thing about this practice worksheet has 3 lines. That means you have 3 chances to practice writing each letter. Okay, now we are going to move to the letter Ba. You can see Ba and Ta and Tha have similar shapes, and the only difference is the dots, the number of the dots and the position of the dots. So we are going to start with writing the letter Ba. So with the letter Ba, as you can see, it starts above the line with the short straight line. You drag it to the line to the left, take it back up, and you have the dot below the shape. Starts above, and you put the dot. This is writing the letter Ba. Now moving to the letter Ta, it's done the same way. The only difference is the dot. So we are going to start above the line, take it to the left, close it back up, have 2 dots in the center of the shape. You can replace the 2 dots by writing a short straight line in the center of the shape. This is the letter Ta. Okay, now we move to the letter Tha, which has similar shape. We start above the line, take it back up to close it, 2 dots in the bottom, 1 dot on top. Start above, drag it to the left, take it back up, close it, 2 dots, 1 on top. Starts above, and you can replace the 3 dots with a triangle missing the bottom side, and if you can, this is for dot number 1, dot number 2, and dot number 3. So here we have Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha. Now we are moving to Jim, Ha, Kha. Jim, Ha, Kha. Also Jim, Ha, Kha have similar shapes, and the only difference is the dot. The Jim has 1 dot in the middle, ha has no dots, and the kha has one dot on top, which I call it a hat. And also, if you pay attention how the jim, ha, kha are written with the line, you can see that the jim, ha, kha actually part of these letters are above the line, and the other half are below the line, or is below the line. So with the letter jim, I'm going to show you how to write the letter jim. You start from the left side to write that short curvy line, and then you drag it with half circle, a half open circle. You start from the left to the right, then half circle, you have the dot, and this is the letter jim. We are going to write the letter ha, same way. We start from the left to the right, draw that half circle, this is how we draw or write the letter ha. It's actually Arabic writing like drawing. And now we're moving to the letter kha, which is also written the same way because kha has the same shape. We start from the left to the right, draw half circle, we put the hat. It's always good not to move your hand when you write until you completely finish the shape, writing the shape. Start from the left to the right, then you drag half circle, left to the right, and then half circle. That's the letter kha. So here we have jim, ha, kha. Three similar letters. The only difference is the dot. Now we are moving to the dal, dal, ra, and zai. Dal and dal have similar shape. Ra and zai also have a similar shape. The only difference is the dot. So I'm going to show you how to write the letter dal. You can see that the letter dal and dal actually stay above the line. So you start from above the line, you drag it to the line, and then you twist it once you reach the line, and you move it towards the left. Above the line until you get to the line, and then you twist it, take it to the left. That's the letter dal. This actually dal came below the line, so I'm going to fix that. Above the line until you reach the line, and then you drag it to the left. Now I'm going to show you how to write the letter dal, which is the same way. You start above the line until you get to the line, you twist it, take it to the left, and you put the dot. Same way. I'm gonna practice this again. You go above the line. Once you get to the line, you twist it towards the left, and you put the dot. This is the letter dal. Dal, dal looks exactly the same. The only difference is the dot. Now we are moving to the letter ra. Ra actually starts above the line, and you just drag it. Start it a little bit above the line, and then you just drag it below the line. Above, down, above, and down. The same for the zai. The only difference is the dot. Start above, take it down, put the dot. Start above the line, take it down, and final time, practice the zai. we put the dot. So Ra and Zai. Here we have Sin and Sheen, and they also look similar. The only difference, the dots. And we have the Sad and the Dad, and both Sad and Dad also look similar. So we are going to start with the Sin. So I always call these short teeth connected to a big tooth. So we are going to start by writing these short teeth above the line. And as I mentioned earlier, do not stop writing, finish the letter completely. Do not lift your hand while you are writing the letter. So we are going to start with these two short teeth. This is the first tooth, the second tooth, and then the third starts above the line, goes below the line, and then back up. Both sides almost even. Do not leave too much space between the teeth. Keep them close and tight. The first, the second, and third. One more time. First tooth, second, and the third. The same way we are going to do the Sheen. First tooth, second, the third is the big one. 3 dots, 2 in the bottom, 1 on top. 1, 2, and the third big tooth with the 3 dots. First, second, and the third. You can replace these 3 dots with the triangle missing the bottom side as we did with the Tha. This is the Sin and the Sheen. Okay, now we are going to move to the letter Sad. You are going to start from the line, take it back up, and then drag it back down and have that big tooth. One more time. You start from the line, take it back up, bring it back down. Sad. This is how we write the letter Sad. Same way we do with the letter Dad. Start from the line, take it up, bring it down, and you have the dot. Sad and dot. So we just learned how to write Sin, Sheen, Sad, Dad. It's good every time you write the letter, you say the name of the letter out loud. That helps you to also learn the letter, the sound, or the name of the letter. Now we are moving to Ta, Dha, Ain, and Ghain. You can see that Ta and Dha have similar shape, and Ain and Ghain as well have similar shape. So we are going to start with the letter Ta. It's kind of the first part of the Ta looks very similar to the Sad. You start just from the line, you take it back up, and then you bring it back to the line, and you have that vertical line come congruent on the shape we just draw. Let's try, I'm not happy with this, I'm going to repeat it. So we start from the line, take it back up, drag it down the line, and we have that vertical line. That's much better. That's the Ta. The Dha is written the same way, we just add the dot. Starts from the line, bring it back, have that congruent vertical line, and add the dot. Up, take it down, have the dot, and have the dot. That's Dha, Ta, and Dha. Now we are going to move to the letter Ain. which Ain and Ghain is kind of similar to the Jim, Ha, Kha, in terms of which part goes above the line, which part goes below the line. Is the same. It starts, the first part of the shape goes above the line, and the second part of the shape goes below the line. So I always compare Ain as you connect half small circle to a big half circle. So we start with a small half circle connected to a big half circle. Half circle, small half circle connected to a big half circle. And the same way we do with the letter Ghain. We just add the dot. A small half circle connected to a big half circle. We add the dot. Let's do this one more time. Small half circle connected to a big half circle. Small half circle connected to a big half circle. So on this page we have Ta, Ba, Ain, and Ghain. Okay. Now here we have Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam. The Fa and the Qaf, they look a little bit similar, but you can see that the Fa is completely on the line, where the Qaf starts above the line and goes below the line and then ends above, a little above. And the Kaf and the Lam, they look a little similar, but the Kaf is kind of wider, stays on the line, and the Lam is actually narrower, and it goes a little bit below the line and then goes back up. So I'm going to show you how to write the letter Fa first. So with the letter Fa, we start drawing that small circle, which I compare it to the head of the shape. Small circle, and then you drag it to the left, close it. It's like flat, wide. You draw the head, take it down to the left, close it. This is the letter Fa. Now I'm going to show you how to do the letter Qaf. You are going to do the same way. You are going to draw the same head, but you are just going to have like a neck, a longer neck for that head. So you start above the line. You have that longer neck. You take it down, bring it back up. Have two dots. That's the Qaf. You can replace the two dots with the short straight line as we did with the Ta. This is the Fa and the Qaf. Now we are going to move to the letter Kaf. You can see the letter Kaf, if you want to follow the arrows drawn around the letter, you start above the line, drawing that vertical line. So start above, take it to the line, then move it to the left. You close it, but you see when you close it, it's a very short compared to the right side. The right side is longer, and you draw that looks like a small half circle, like the half of the Ain, the small circle of the Ain on top. So let's do that one more time. You start from above, go down, drag it to the left, you close it, you have small shape, small Ain. That's the Kaf. The Lam, you start the same way. You go above the line. If you want to follow the arrow next to the letter or around the letter, you start above the line, you drag it a little bit below the line, and then you close it back up. Again, the left side very short compared to the right side. Above, below, take it back up. This is how we write the letter La. So on this page we have Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam. Now we are moving to the letter Mim, Noon, Ha, Wow. And as you see, none of these letters have similarities. They are completely different letters with different shapes. So let's start with the letter Mim. As you see, with the letter Mim, you actually draw a small circle, and then you drag it to the left, and then you take it down. It's a very short straight line. One more time, the circle, take it down, circle, and you take it down. This is how we write the letter Mim. Now the letter Noon, it's actually similar to the Ba and Ta and Tha, but Ba, Ta, Tha, they are flat and they stay on the line, where the Noon actually starts a little bit above the line and then goes below the line and then comes back up. So I'm gonna show you. It starts above, take it down, narrow, and then you close it. And also the other difference is the Noon is narrow, while the Ba, Ta, Tha are wide, a little bit wide. So you start above, take it back up, and then you take it and you put the dot in the center. Now we are going to move to the Ha, which I think it's a very interesting letter, especially when we learn the forms of the Ha. That will be in our next video. So with the Ha, I'm going to tell you like to draw a triangle, has the left side shorter than the right side, and circle inside that open triangle, and then drag it all the way out. Let me show you. So you start with that short triangle side, then you draw the long side, you have circle, and then you drag it out. One more time, short side of the triangle, the long side, you have circle, take it out, short, long, circle, and then you take it out. I'm gonna repeat the last one because I think it looks a little different. So you have that short triangle side, then you have the circle. That's the letter Ha. Now we are going to move to the letter Wow. So the Wow also looks similar to the Ra and the Zai, but the difference is that the Wow has a head, and then that head dragged down or below the line, like the tail of the Ra and the Zai. So you start with that circle, then you drag it below the line, above, drag it down, above, and you drag it down. So here we just did Mim, Noon, Ha, and Wow. Finally, we have the Ya and the Hamza. You can see the Ya, part of the Ya is above, the other part is below, and then you always close the letter above the line. So I'm going to show you how to write the letter Ya. You start above the line from the right, you twist it, take it below, and then bring it back up. You add the two dots, and then you have the two dots, and then you can replace the two dots with that short straight line. Now I'm going to show you how to write the Hamza, which looks like the half of the Ain shape. You just kind of draw that small half circle. You start above the line, and then you bring it down the line. You don't go below the line when you write the letter Hamza. They are actually similar in shape with the Ain and similar in sound. The Ain and Hamza, the sound of the Ain is ah, and the sound of the Hamza is so it's kind of similar. So that's the Hamza, that's the Hamza. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the video and you learn how to write the Arabic alphabet.